Thank you for joining Eureka Springs channel. I'm here today in Eureka Springs, Arkansas at the Eureka Springs School of the Arts, and I'm here with my special guest, Kelly McDonough. How are you, Kelly?
Good. How are you doing, Melody?
I'm doing great. Loving the winter weather, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's wintertime in Eureka, and there's a lot of things going on, and part of the planning for wintertime here at Eureka Springs School of the Arts is you guys are getting ready for a great season, aren't you?
We are. This is the time of year that we're selecting all of our workshops for the next year and getting that all in place and getting ready and planning a whole new slate.
Yeah. So tell me about the Eureka Springs School of the Arts for folks who don't know. You know, this is a great school, but tell us a little about it.
Yeah. So Eureka Springs School of the Arts is a nonprofit school for adults, for kids, for everybody, in fine craft and art. So that encompasses drawing, painting, your sort of traditional fine art, blacksmithing, woodworking, clay, ceramics, jewelry making, working with small metals, hydroforming, that kind of thing.
Okay.
There's a broad range of workshops that we offer, textiles, anything you can possibly think of, we're probably offering a workshop in it. This last year, we really started ramping up our bladesmithing program, which has been really popular.
Yeah.
This coming year, we have a new instructor coming in to add to our bladesmithing slate, in addition to our existing instructors. We have some incredible instructors coming from all over the country to teach in various different mediums, and it's going to be really awesome when everybody sees the catalog come out.
Yeah, that's a wide range of classes. My goodness. So, you know, I guess, why is there really a need for an art school? I mean,
Sure.
this is, I guess this is something you just can't go into a local college or university get. Is that right?
Right, and this is outside of university school. So primarily our students are adults. I call it art camp for grown-ups is what we call it a lot. And really, you know, everybody is an artist to some degree. Some practice a lot more than others. And so to have an art and fine craft school, this is for people who are making their living as artists or craftspeople.
Okay.
But it's also, most of our students are those who are looking for a form of creative expression, are looking to engage that other part of their brain that they maybe don't get to use on a daily basis.
Okay.
You know, we find that art and making things with your hand, it really does change your mind. It changes how you see the world. It changes how you see yourself. It changes how you see your community. It gives you a sense of accomplishment and of growth. How important is it for us all to continue growing through our whole lives? And, so this is a way to do that, and in many cases to also pick up a practical skill.
Okay.
Particularly those fine craft skills, the woodworking and the blacksmithing and the pottery. A lot of those things, those are making useful items for your life. Okay. So there's a lot of different reasons that people come to an art and craft school. Essa was formed on the idea that art is essential to the human spirit, and through the obligation that our founders felt as artists and craftspeople in this community to carry on that knowledge and information.
Okay.
You know, you mentioned a lot of universities are particularly lower education levels, right? So if you're in elementary school, maybe you have art once a week in some of the schools now. You know, and as you get through high school, if you specialize in that, then you continue to take those courses. Our founders believe strongly, as do all of us here, that art is an essential component of being able to develop your problem-solving skills, being able to express yourself, being able to access that other part of your brain and that other feeling of community that you just don't get in any other way.
Right.
And, you know, unfortunately, the arts and just working with your hands has been removed from not only so much of our education, but so much of our daily life. Okay. As an art and fine craft school, we believe that it's important to bring that component back in.
Yeah. Well, it's quite a legacy that the founders have put forth out here on this little road out here in Arkansas. Yes. Who knew, right?
Right. Well, and it started as A School Without Walls. It's been 20 years. This year we just celebrated our 20th anniversary this past year.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I know. It's great. So who knew that, the founders are still here and on our board.
Yes.
And I asked them a lot, could you ever have imagined it's, well, yes.
Yes.
And no, this is amazing. This is what we
right.
hope for, but you never know what the road's going to be to get there. But started just in artist studios, and then now we are a 55-acre campus with
incredible.
7 teaching studios.
Wow.
And we have...
You have teachers from all over the country that come here too, which is a really rare opportunity for a lot of people to take part in, to be able to have that experience right here.
We do. We have incredible instructors that come from all over the country, many of whom also teach at other craft schools across the country. There's not a lot of us, but there are a few others. There's a few others. And so those instructors are very professional, very well known, and it's really a special thing to have them right here.
And so coming up this season, when does your official classes begin for 2019?
So our 2019 classes are going to start in February and run through early December of next year.
Okay.
We will have our registration open in the next couple of weeks now.
Oh, exciting. Okay.
Yeah, and so keep your eye on the website.
So first come, first serve on that, right?
First come, first serve, and really because some of our classes sell out.
I'm sure they
instantaneously.
I'm sure. So, if you were wanting to come to Essa, what do you need to come here for? Is it a day class? Do you have any day classes, or is it a week, or what's the experience like for folks?
We do. You can come for a day and finish a class in a day, or you can take another class that's a 5-day class and stay with us for the whole week.
Okay.
We have weekend classes. We have middle of the week classes. We also this year have a couple of family day workshops.
That's fun.
So you can
What a great thing for a family to do together. That's
so
cool.
parent-child teams or grown-up kid teams. You can just be
or grandmama.
Grandmama, grandbaby, yes. Just come in and make something together.
That's fun.
One of them's gonna be making a box guitar. Like we did last year.
Wow.
So we've got a couple of those, and we have a lot of special events too that people can participate in without enrolling in a class. And sometimes that's a great way to come out and get a sense of the place, and get a taste. You can come out almost every week during our workshop season. We have a public reception. You can come in, and the instructors usually give demonstrations, so you can come in and say, watch.
A preview then, sort of. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you can watch them demonstrate blacksmithing or turning a bowl and on the wood turning lathe. That's a great way to get a taste of what's going on.
So what would be the typical investment for someone who wanted to learn with you guys?
It really ranges. It can be as little as $75 to come and take a class for a day, or it can be quite a bit more than that for a 5-day class and materials for building.
Yes, materials.
Yes. For example, if you come in and you take a 5-day workshop and build a piece of furniture, it's going to be more. But the good thing is too that we also have scholarship programs available. We do. We have some very generous donors who have donated scholarship funds.
That's nice.
Thank you to the donors for that. And so we do have scholarship funds available. In some cases, we may also be able to cover material costs with those scholarship funds. So what I tell people, don't be intimidated by the cost. We'll find a way to do it. We also have a work study program. You can apply to come in and work some hours with Essa and then receive some workshop hours in return. So there's lots of ways to come in and benefit from it.
Well, it sounds like you have a lot of generous donors, and you are a nonprofit, and so typically, how are you funded? How do you make all this work?
Right. A portion of it is tuition to help us bring in the instructors and to run the studios and get materials and that kind of thing. But we have a lot of very generous donors. We receive foundation funding
Okay.
and grant funding.
Nice.
That is, we're always working really hard to get more grants and
sure,
more funding
sure.
so that we can continue to grow.
Yes.
This is how we built our beautiful, huge wood studio and our
Yeah.
amazing big iron studio and have built our campus. So we couldn't do it without generous donations.
Yeah. Well, it's a great facility here in Eureka Springs, and you guys have a website. Folks can go. What's the website?
Our website is www.essa-art.org. So that's ESSA-art.org.
Okay.
And you can find us on Facebook too.
Okay. So coming up, you guys are going to have to jump online and find out when the classes, the full schedule will be up, and find out more about how you can tap into your art, and maybe even open up your world. Sounds like it's going to great year coming up. So thank you, Kelly, for taking the time to tell us about Essa, and be sure to check out the website. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.